Well, hello and welcome to Outdoor Oklahoma. I'm Todd Craighead. I'm here at this year's new Game Warden Training Academy, where today they're learning and practicing water enforcement techniques. They're not only running an obstacle course while still in full uniform, but they're also wearing 15 pounds of weights as well. Oklahoma Game Wardens are some of the most thoroughly trained and most widely skilled law enforcement forces in not only our state, but in the entire country. And every day, their number one priority is to safely interact with sportsmen and be prepared for literally any situation you could possibly find yourselves dealing with in the outdoors. Highly trained and qualified game wardens border to border. Just another reason to love Oklahoma and the adventures that await you.
I have a passion for photography that's very similar to my passion for hunting, and I see both of these hobbies as being something that I struggle with which one I'm going to do for the rest of my life. So I live in southwest Oklahoma, right in the backyard of the Wichita Mountains. The refuge is so close and it's full of all sorts of just wonderful animals, vegetation, you name it. There's a lot of cool things to see out there. Just right at 10 years ago now, my wife and I bought a camera just for general use and reasons, and I started carrying that camera around with me in the field. Very quickly, that turned into from just a little small interest to a hobby to something that I'm very passionate about now. There's ties between photography and hunting that are so similar to each other, and so there's that hunt for the picture, there's patterning the animals that you're looking for, being used to how they would act or their temperaments, or how they may act whenever you're around them. And so photography, while you're chasing that shot, if you will, it's just the same as hunting in so many different aspects. It's just you don't necessarily take home meat for the freezer, you take home pictures and memories that you've made while you're in the field. Did that deer lay down right here? No, he didn't. The Wichita Mountains, they manage their deer herd very well. It's been managed for years and years, and as a result of that management, you see an older age class of bucks that are coming through. So you see your 5.5, 6.5, your 7-year-old deer that are just growing astronomical antlers, and so you see those huge bucks that all of us, you know, as a hunter, even myself, I just dream to see them. You know, those deer are showstoppers for me. You know, so if I have the opportunity to get pictures of a trophy deer, it's a trophy to me just in the picture itself. So we pulled up and there were 3 bucks that were cruising across the road here, and so we got a few good pictures of one of the bucks. The bigger of the 3 bucks was on a mission. He was looking for a girlfriend, and so he's made his way off, but the other 2 are still kind of here close. Every day that I go out to take pictures right now during the rut is me not also saying no to going hunting, and it is a deep inside personal struggle, because right now, just like any deer hunter, when the rut is going on, the attention of those big bucks has been swayed, and their attention is on the ladies that are around them, and so the opportunity to get pictures of these deer is so much better. It's almost like a Sunday drive through the woods, and you're always got an eye out for a deer or critters or just whatever may pop out. And then when you see them, you kind of slow up and you try to adjust yourself to where you can take a picture, whether that is in the vehicle or getting out and working towards. But really it's just a matter of recognizing, seeing the deer, getting yourself safely stopped, and then getting that camera up into the window to be able to take a picture. And you know, that's something that you'd like to see happen in 3 to 5 seconds. It doesn't always happen that way, but ideally that's the way it happens. So it's not all just about big game and big flashy animals. So there's all sorts of things out there that are beautiful in their own way. And some of the things are smaller, you know, like butterflies, for example. You know, this butterfly is only about 1.5 inches tall, but when taken a picture of and able to see it, man, there's all sorts of beauty on this. Our native wildflowers, the same thing. There's all sorts of wonderful things out there that you can take pictures of, things that make great pictures, and it's all very literally out there in our own backyards. Even some of our upland game birds. I love if the opportunity presents itself when I'm in the field. I'm never out there just looking for a picture of one certain thing. Even a drab female red-winged blackbird can make for a wonderful picture. For me, I'm constantly chasing the right composition, the right lighting. You know, I don't just hit the shutter anymore just to have the picture. Anymore, if I'm hitting the shutter, it's a picture that I think is going to be suitable for keeping, framing or showing. And so for me, it's just it's taking an ordinary subject, which could be a white-tailed deer, a small white-tailed deer, and presenting it in an extraordinary way. And so something that somebody may look at any other day and say, you know, that's just normal, but in the pictures that I'm taking, I try to present them in a way that somebody'd say, wow, you know, that looks amazing, for whatever reason that it may be.
There he is. Right straight across. Dang it. Yeah. Yeah. Bad shot. I mean, not bad shot, but well, he's a good one. Oh, I've got pictures of that deer. Right. Meh. Eh. Look at me. Meh. 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 Meh.
Really, when it came down to it, when I picked up that camera and started to enjoy it, I just had this desire to learn. I enjoyed doing it and I liked it and I wanted to be better at it. And so it was a constant, for me, it was a constant learning game of I would go out and take pictures and then I would go home and I would say, well, this looks good about this picture, or this doesn't look good, or this is pleasing about this picture. Read several books, did a lot of research online. But in the end, for me, hands-on experience proved to be extremely beneficial.
Yeah, good pictures. Yep, there's another one, another nanny. Dang it, that should have been the big buck. That would have been the perfect picture. I mean, not that two does together isn't.
I enjoy taking pictures of big game. I also enjoy chasing birds, shorebirds and wading birds. I love being able to take a picture and share it with somebody, whether it's on social media or it's family or it's friends, and show them what exactly lies in our own backyards. And more often than not, people see these pictures and they're going, you know, goodness, where was this? Where were you at? What were you doing? You know, where was it taken? And here locally, the Lawton area, for a lot of these people, they're 10 minutes from where they can see this, or they're 15 minutes from where they can see this. And so just providing people the knowledge and the information that it's in your own backyard, for me, that proves is a really big thing for me. So just because I'm out there with a big lens and I've got a camera to match it, it doesn't mean you can't go out there and experience it. It doesn't mean you can't take your phone, any camera that you have, or even your binoculars, or even just going out there to see it. I'd say to anybody who's thinking about getting out there and doing it, get out there and go do it. It's enjoyable. Every experience is new.
Don't jump off in there, buddy. Got you. Old half rack. Meh. Meh. That's an awesome picture. Oh, I'm gonna pull forward. Too much show going on there. He's gonna pee. That's awesome. He's making a scrape.
Every picture tells a story, and while there may be thousands of pictures that I've taken over the years, every single one of them I can look at and there's something behind the lens that was going on that I can recall. You know, the hunting aspect I hope I can pass on to my children. The photography aspect, you know, if they show interest, then I'll be all there. I love spending time with others that have the interest, people that ask the questions, and so for me, yes, while I may be chasing the same white-tailed deer in 20 years, it's going to be a new picture.
This is the personal best for my son. He caught an 85-pound spoonbill, and that was his best one. And we've caught a few other ones, and then about the 10th one we caught, it was 151 pounds, 14.4 ounces. My name is Corey Waters, and I'm the world's record holder for paddlefish on Keystone Lake, weighing in at 151.9 pounds.
151.9. Yeah! Good job! You got it.
Paddlefish are such a neat fish. They get big, they're primitive, and anything that gets big and is as bizarre looking as a paddlefish is, that kind of stuff is just intuitively attractive to people.
So here's some of our fishing trips from all throughout the year. We've had a lot of big fish here caught. A triple-digit fish, they're not very common. Keystone has produced several of these triple-digit fish. It's not uncommon for each trip that we go out to produce a triple-digit fish. My name is Jeremiah Mefford. I'm the owner-operator of Real Good Time Guide Service here on Keystone Lake. I've been guiding here since February of 2020. Since then, I've been very blessed. We've actually landed 4 fish that have been current or possible new world records. 2 of them are official. One of them came in at 146, the other one was 151.9.
We know that paddlefish in Keystone Lake have been large for some time. You've got genetic influences, you've got ecological influences, physiological. Yeah, it all kind of comes together potentially in influencing the growth of paddlefish in Keystone Lake. And the results of that we're seeing now with anglers snagging massive fish. Not only massive fish, but world record paddlefish in one lake in Oklahoma in a fairly restricted time period.
Keystone Lake, a 23,600 acre reservoir upstream from Tulsa, is home to world-class size paddlefish. In fact, in 2020 alone, anglers boated dozens of triple-digit sized paddlefish, making records, breaking records, and breaking records again. This is the story of Keystone Lake's record-breaking frenzy. It was Friday, February 14th, 2020. Justin Hamlin of Kellyville snagged and boated a 157-pound paddlefish from the bow of guide Jeremiah Mefford's boat. At that time, the hook and line world record was a 144-pound paddlefish from a watershed pond in Kansas, caught in 2004. But since Hamlin's 157-pounder was caught on a mandatory catch and release day, a legal, certified weight could not be used. So, although by all accounts this was the biggest paddlefish ever caught, it could not be called the world record. Talk about a Valentine's heartbreaker. More than 3 months later, Guide Jeremiah Mefford once again saw a record-class fish enter his boat, as he himself landed one weighing 143 pounds. That fish broke the Oklahoma state record by 10.5 pounds. 1 month later, on June 28th, James Lucart of Edmond bested Mefford's catch with a new world record fish weighing an incredible 146.7 pounds. But amazingly, that record didn't last long, because on July 23rd, Corey Waters of Oshaleta landed a new world record fish weighing 151.9 pounds.
151.9. Yeah.
Incredibly, all 4 record fish were caught from Jeremiah Mefford's boat on Keystone Lake.
We started after the world record fish, which we didn't know it at the time, and we finally got a hook in it, and I started reeling it in, and it started getting closer and closer to the boat. And Jeremiah, he was excited. He was like, this is a big fish. Like he was about ready to jump in the water because he was so excited.
We knew it was big. We knew it was big. It wasn't until it came up and out of the water that we realized just the sheer size of that fish. As soon as it came out and it topped the water for the first time after a several minute long fight, I knew right then and there we probably had the new world record fish.
And the wife, she put a lot of the articles that everybody's wrote about it, some of the interviews I've had on it, and then also a lot of the Facebook comments. That's kind of neat to look at. And, with the tag of it.
Not only was it a giant fish, and it's great for Oklahoma to boast that world record paddlefish, but it has a really cool conservation story in that it had a band on it, a tag that was placed by a paddlefish researcher back in the late 1990s.
So my name is Craig Pockert, and I'm the leader of the Missouri Cooperative Fish and Wildlife Research Unit at the University of Missouri, and I'm also a cooperative professor there at MU. I actually got my start with paddlefish at Oklahoma State University, where I was getting my master's degree at the Oklahoma Cooperative Fish and Wildlife Research Unit at OSU. And that was actually tagging paddlefish and trying to understand their biology in Keystone Lake outside of Tulsa. At the time, in the mid-90s, ODWC really didn't know how many fish were in the lake and how abundant they were. So my job as a master's student was to go out there and net fish, determine the size and abundance of the fish, and then we tag some fish as well to look for recaptures and determine where they went to potentially spawn.
My name's Brandon Brown. I'm the Paddlefish Program Coordinator for the Paddlefish Research Center up at the north end of Grand Lake by Miami. Back years ago when I was at OSU as an undergrad, I worked with Craig Pockert, who was getting his master's degree. I don't remember how many fish we tagged back in 96 and 97, but it was many. And kind of forgot about those fish.
Yeah, so this was just really bizarre. Probably one of the highlights of my career, really, to have this happen. So I was just sitting at my desk, that morning, and I get a phone call from a newspaper in Tulsa. And they said, you don't know me, but apparently someone on Keystone Reservoir just caught a fish that you tagged. And I was dumbfounded because this was 20-some years ago. So after doing some digging, found out the tag number from the angler, and that ODWC went down there and was weighing the fish and measuring the fish and certifying it. And it ended up that I looked through my files, and it was a fish I tagged on January 4th, 1997. And it was around 7.7 pounds and 24 inches long when we tagged it. And lo and behold, 23 years later, it was 151 pounds. So it was really neat to see that come full circle.
It's kind of funny how things come full circle. I had never seen a paddlefish before. I worked for Craig. When I got out of college, I never thought, at that time there weren't any jobs working with paddlefish. It was just this weird grad project that Craig had. And you know, you go down the road 15 or 20 years, and I'm working with our paddlefish program up at Miami. 10 years later, we're catching the world record paddlefish out of Keystone Lake that Craig and I likely tagged together, you know, back in January in 1997.
Just the probability of that happening is so low, and to see that fish that was caught in a research net 23 years ago now is holding the title of the world record paddlefish is pretty spectacular.
As Oklahomans, we absolutely should be proud of this, of the fishery, of the world record catch. Our fishery here is exceptional compared to other states. We are really fortunate to have what we have here, and a lot of other places would really like to have what we have. We won the paddlefish lottery, so to speak.
Will the record ever be broken again? And if so, will it come from Keystone again?
Do I think there's bigger fish to be caught? I do. I don't think that world record is going to last long at 151.9.
It would not surprise me in the slightest if we break the world record again. However, seeing a continuation of sort of a record-breaking frenzy where it's just month after month after month we have a new record, I think those days may be limited.
All these current world records, they're still in the lake, and they're still good and healthy.
Well, we hope that today's stories remind you that Oklahoma is such a perfect state to explore. So, however you choose to enjoy our state's incredible natural world, remember that your adventure starts with Outdoor Oklahoma. Outdoor Oklahoma is produced by the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation and is proud to serve and be funded entirely by sportsmen and women and outdoor enthusiasts who love and appreciate all things wild in the great state of Oklahoma.
There's just nothing like fresh venison. It's deer season, Oklahoma, so what are you waiting for?